Hello, I'm Dr. Gerald Whalen of Zionsville Holistic Chiropractic and Wellness Center, and this is video 13 of the hashtag getadjusted video series. Today I want to share with you a life lesson that changed my life forever. Now, this life lesson occurred in my teenage years. Prior to that, I went along in the mainstream of life pretty well. Had part of a family. I went to school to get an education. I played with the kids in the neighborhood, did all the conventional things. If I had health problems, I went to the medical doctor and got a prescription, took a medication, felt better. So I did all the conventional things the conventional way in the mainstream of society. So along comes my teenage years, and I develop incredible low back pain. So I do the conventional thing and went to a medical doctor. His recommendation was to take a week of inactivity, which was not helpful. I then went and saw an orthopedic surgeon. They took x-rays. His recommendation was be inactive for a month, and that was ineffective. And so it came to the point then where my aunt recommended that I see her chiropractor. Now, at that time, chiropractors were not conventional. In fact, the small town that I grew up in had one chiropractor. He may have had more children, but he had one son older than me, one son younger than me, and they were different. Strange. So that just kind of fit the preconceived notion that chiropractors were not valid. So here I am going to a chiropractor, this person who I was questionable, and lo and behold, within a few minutes of being examined, he found a problem, took x-rays, and gave me an adjustment, and I got up from the table pain-free. It's like, what just happened here? What just happened? Now, this was a temporary relief at that point, but here was someone who was not within the mainstream, who had, turns out, to my mind, more validity than the medical system in the mainstream. This caused my major shift of thinking, of wondering, so what else is outside the mainstream that is valid, that isn't included in the mainstream, that is not seen that way from the viewpoint of the mainstream? So I did a lot of searching, sent me on a path looking at a lot of different things. And as I went to chiropractic college and I learned that removing interference from the nerve system allowed there to be a healing and restoring of health, I wondered, and I met people who were exploring, how do we remove interferences from the way we think, and we enhance and improve our thinking ability? How do we remove and release interferences in the way we feel to improve our ability to utilize our emotions? So I was thinking, before putting together this video, how can I summarize and encapsulate my experience? And so I'd say that in addition to, at that time in life, learning how to make a living, I also explored the art of living, the art of being more fully who we are the potential to be. We note in some people who we would describe as genius in one area of life that they would achieve some remarkable level of capability. We think of Thomas Edison and Einstein and Mother Teresa and Gandhi and various people who really achieve some remarkable capacity in one particular area of life. Maybe in their other areas of life, not so balanced out. So now in my life, I appear quite conventional. I dress conventionally. I have a conventional appearing chiropractic practice. A lot of my thinking isn't necessarily so conventional. And there are a few people that have conversations with that we kind of have a common way of thinking. I'd say how to summarize this whole shift in life lesson is something that was printed on social media of late by author Greg Braden. And I'm going to read this quote. "Imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we all loved and respected each other." Imagine. This quote, I'd say, encapsulates what appears to be really far-fetched in the world as it is today, with terrorism and murders that go on and crime and hardships that people experience. This seems to be way out there idea. Yet this is, in my view, a goal, a desire to, if we lived the best person that we could be, if we looked in the mirror and expressed the best person could we be, who would that be? And what would life be like if we did that? That's a question I'll leave with you. And I would invite you to share below life lessons that really impacted and changed your life forever.